Alright, I stopped here because, let me recap. Hi again. My battery went dead. Okay, so this is the recharge. This is going to be, hi there, how are you? Sometimes I just go right into it, and have you ever noticed how sometimes people will forget to say, they'll just text you or call you or something, and they don't even say, like, good morning, how are you feeling today? Or they don't even, not even a salutation. I know my kids are, and I always try to do it. I'm an anal texter, very slow, but I got a good story about texting from when I worked for Singular before AT&T bought them. Anyway, it doesn't matter. This is going to be part 3 of the survival, freedom, walk to the Wi-Fi casino. So let me just recap in case you're catching this and you didn't see the first 2 parts. We left Camp Truther Boys, and the first segment got us to the interstate. There's a play on words there, the interstate. The goal was to get into the interstate, not to the Interstate 229. So the next part of the journey was after I ranted about the beautiful area, the holy ground, the Native American tribes, the Sun Bridge, the complexes, the Jesus, Buddha, Father, Paul, and the other one I mentioned. And if you didn't know which one I'm talking about, you can skip it, it's no big deal. Those of you who did watch it know which one I left out. Discretion is important when you're making videos that you want the public to view. Or when you're having a romance with a married woman, And, I never try to do that anymore. I have done that in the past. I'm just going to keep going on. So, this is the third part. We're at the top of the beautiful path. We ascended. We've arrived at the top, the pinnacle of the bluff of life. I'm going to call this the bluff of life. There's some good stuff in there. It just kind of came to me today. Could be the illusion of life, okay? I got a whole bunch of stuff I'd like to talk with you about on the way down, but the way down I really have to kind of stay focused because this is just a path I made like a deer would make. I did come over here one day with pruning shears and very gently move stuff out of the way, just a little bit, and I think you'll notice it. I hope you will. I tried to be as footprint free as possible on anything that I put into the woods new, and I'm not that green. I'm a bad recycler even. I'm learning, I'm practicing. I don't have running water at Camp Truther Boys. I do have electricity. I don't have a shower or a bathroom. I dug a large hole, just like 20 inches around, 3 feet deep, and it's in a little section. It's my outhouse without a shelter. Unfortunately, I haven't been caught in any rainstorms or snowstorms yet. It's probably coming, though, But I run around naked up there a lot anyway, so if I get rained on, it's no big deal. It feels great. It keeps me from, that way I don't have to go to my daughter's house and shower when I collect up 12 gallons of water. So anyway, I'm really going on a tangent here, and I appreciate those of you who have left comments on Facebook. I don't ever look at the YouTube page very much, just except to get this stuff up on there. So, I guess I want to make a couple of things here. So this is going to be the third part. This should get us to the casino, where I go to use the internet and drink free coffee and eat cheap breakfast. $3.22 if I tip, $4.22. And it's more food than I need. It's some greasy stuff. It's eggs. It's hash browns fried, or sometimes pancakes. So I know I can eat a half a pack of cookies. I do a lot of things that lower my vibration level, that help me resist changing my vibration to a higher level, and we are vibrational beings. I believe this. I believe that I am a physical manifestation of pure source energy. I chose to manifest in this physical existence to experience the potential for creation and contrast, to only manifest, to only think on the things that I want, the things that I desire. That's all. But I didn't know that until really just a few years ago. Maybe not even that long before it's sinking in more and more and more and more. And the more it sinks in, the more magnanimous and beautiful it gets, because it's powerful. You know, it really sets a person free on the inside. You know, because I learned about forgiveness. See, forgiveness is a key that whatever stage, whatever phase of your exploration you're in on this planet, forgiveness is one of the foundational stones that needs to be laid. Now, forgiveness, I could go on and on about this. Forgiveness is allowing. Forgiveness is allowing everyone in your life, everyone you see on the street, in the restaurant, to be free to create just how they're creating. And I don't make one single judgment about them, except to acknowledge that we are from the same source. Pure source energy. I mentioned the flame. I mentioned the ocean. Analogies that you could use for pure source energy, God, infinite intelligence, higher, stream of consciousness, whatever. God to me has a lot of connotations from growing up that still comes across as authoritarian and overbearing. And even if I examine, Jesus, I don't really look at like God. Because I think Jesus was pretty much trying to show us exactly the way. And it wasn't about anything about rules and regulations. It was about becoming free in your spirit, by raising your vibrational level so you could actually ascend, to rise up, and at some point return to non-physical pure source energy. There is really no death. Death doesn't really happen. We just change forms. My ex-wife died in September at age 49 3/4 because she was one of the most wild, rebellious souls that I ever met in my life. And I learned so much from her. And I learned exactly about forgiveness from that woman. I was married to her for practically almost 14 years. And it wasn't a pretty and healthy marriage by vibrational elevation, raising standards. I know that. But I know that I attracted that. She attracted that. We chose to do that. And out of that, there four other beings chose us to be their parents. It's a new concept to me, but I like the idea that I chose, and I have created every moment of my existence on this planet a pre-contract. When I was on the other side of the Sun Bridge, where the Native Americans, they just intuitively knew. Okay? It's beautiful. And we can get so bogged down in material crap and reporting. I would love to rant and rave about the New Madrid Fault seismic zone, the national level emergency program that FEMA, Homeland Security, has going on right now that encompasses 5 states, that involves Canadian troops, that could cause catastrophic results very soon. But you know what? There's enough of that. The thing that I want to encourage my friends to jump to is the most basic thing for raising your vibration, raising your energy, putting you in a frequency range that will be easier for you to hear the still small voice, which comes to us from the other side. It's our higher self. It's our higher self that is trying to communicate with us all the time. So we agreed upon signals, and the signals are our feelings. And I'm going to stop right there, because I'd really like to continue on with that thought, but we need to finish the third part of the trek. The sun is going down. We're getting ready to go down. I'm going to keep this camera running. It's going to be pretty jumpy because it's pretty steep. It's pretty muddy. It's kind of wet. Clouds are rolling in. Thick, heavy cloud cover. It rained earlier. And so we're going down. Let's hold that thought on. We can rewind this and check it out. So let's just roll down the hill. You know, there's always something about the descent. The ascent is great, but once you get to the top, what do you do? What do you do? You know, chop wood, carry water. The student asked the master coming down the hill one day, he said, I wanted, you know, I've reached enlightenment, now what do I do? And the little monk guy dropped his wood and his pail of water, and then he picked it back up and walked on down the hill. So we're going to head down the hill. We've reached the pinnacle. We've reached the top. We've topicked some pertinent, relevant, timely topics that we can go back and chat about. So we're rocking.